This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Amazon Coin is a digital currency that is available through the Amazon App Store where you can download your favorite games. You can purchase Amazon Coins to use it to get several items through the Amazon App Store. Now you might be wondering, why not just spend regular money? You see, Amazon Coins has a nice bonus added to it. The more you purchase, the greater the discount applied to the sale, so you potentially get more mileage out of the money you spend. For example, if you'd like to get 50,000 Amazon Coins, it's normally at the price of $500. But Amazon Coins has its own discount applied to it, slashing the price down to $400 instead, a 20% discount. There are multiple packs of different discounts, so feel free to take a look and pick what appeals to you. In order to get access to Amazon Coins, you must be using the version of the game downloaded from the Amazon App Store. So make sure your current account is bonded beforehand on your current version of the game. Then, after downloading the game from the Amazon App Store, load your account back on to regain your progress. This way, you can now purchase Amazon Coins. So if you're a spender looking for ways to get more out of your money, consider Amazon Coins. This is a pretty useful feature that can help you if you're budgeting, so if you're interested in this, make sure to use the link in the video description as it supports this channel. Thanks again to Amazon Coins for sponsoring this video, and speaking of which, let's get back to it. These past few units have truly shown us that the Japanese developers do not know how to make interesting units. But they do have good Super Trust Master rewards, so maybe not all is lost yet. The best Super Trust Master rewards in the game. I'll be ignoring any Super Trust Master rewards that aren't first place, but keep in mind that the vast majority of Super Trust Master rewards are excellent anyways. Well, most of them. In terms of guidelines, I'll be measuring several different things. Damage, physical, magical, hybrid, evoke, limit burst damage, boost to equipment parameters, defense, spirit, and combining that with health for effective defense. Unfortunately, I'll be excluding two very important features, elemental resistances and killer buffs. Why? Because honestly, those are only important when a specific fight calls for it. Be aware that these features are extremely vital to the overall game though, so make sure to keep an open mind throughout this video. Alright, daggers. Rakish Thief Zidon's upgraded Ultima weapon still remains the best. For magic, Yigni's Necro Daggers now sit on the throne. Swords. Crown Prince Noctis's upgraded Ultima Blade is one of the best swords in the game. For magic, Neo Vision Terra Sword Plus will take the top spot, with an added bonus for evoke damage dealers. If you don't need to boost evoke damage, but want to boost Esper parameters, grab Faris' sword. For hybrid damage, Triumphant General Celis' Lightbringer has the strongest combination of stats, not to mention its spirit stat taking top spot for spirit too. I should still mention Seeker of Freedom Bonds Durando, as it still boasts a 30% passive provoke and physical evasion buff. Greatswords. Noppi's Kupo Sword is the strongest in pure attack, but if you need equipment attack, then go with Guardian Blade Charlotte's Sword of Grand Shao. If you don't want a two-handed weapon, you can get Advent Children Cloud's Fusion Sword instead. For a mix, Rain and Fina's Swordbow of Unbreakable Fig has the best mix of stats, limit burst damage boost, and damage variance. Katanas. Doma Samurai Science Mutsunokami boasts the highest attack in the game. If you want a one-handed katana, then upgrade Orin's Masamune, though you're potentially losing out on a pretty strong two-handed katana in exchange. For magic, upgrade Hess King's Lasmos True Purple Lightning. Staffs. Melia's magical eggs can increase equipment spear when dual wielding, and Frisia's staff can do the same thing when holding a shield. Rods. Dark Fina and So's Serpent Rod of the Twin Sages is best for equipment stats. If you want to boost some limit burst damage, get Melo's Lazy Rod. Oracle Maiden Luna Freya's Trident of the Oracle can boost your unit's evoke damage. Bows. Neo Vision Furion's bow is the best in offensive capabilities. If you want magic, Draconian Princess Fina's Draconian Princess's Pulse exists for whoever wants it. Axes. Ignatio's Ignition Axe. Hammers. Heavenly Technician Lid's Healing Avatar's Hammer is the best in attack. Maeve's Boar Hammer is the best in both defense and spirit. Spears. Berserker's Emotional Lance is a two-handed spear that boosts jump damage. If you don't want a two-handed spear, Kimari's Spirit Lance is a step down. Instruments. Conscious Synchronic Keyboard has the highest attack. Oliveira's Fabled Violin is the best for magic. Ulrich and the Melodic Mascot's Pomelo's Sousaphone has the highest spirit. Whips. Corral's Fedeltà Whip is the strongest, though it's locked to dark. For magic dual wielding, you've got Umbro Dragon Dark Phoenix Dark Empress Birch. For single wielding, White Lily Dark Phoenix True Empress Birch. Throwing weapons. Waka's World Champion, wow. If you don't want to go two-handed, Neo Vision Lock Sniper is the next best thing. In terms of magic, go for Ibarra's Demonic Scroll. If you want spirit, Dashing Gambler Setzer's Death Turret. The Verti's Vengeant Cards has a high limit burst damage boost. Guns. Neo Vision Lara Croft's Modified Shotgun is the strongest in attack. Agent Olive's Black Sparky might fall behind a bit, but it does have a limit burst damage boost. If you don't want a two-handed weapon, you can get the second unit's Tiny B for general attack, or Rico Rodriguez's SW9 Assault Rifle if you want to raise your unit's equipment attack stat. For magic, upgrade 4 Winds Physalis' Blue Storm. Summer Sniper Physalis' Special Splash Rifle is also great for dual-wielding units. For Spirit, get Avalanche's Bigs and Wedges Gun. Maces. Zizit's Morning Star is great for Spirit. The other Super Trust Master reward mace, Levinson's Bag of Toys, doesn't really have any contenders, so first place by default. Fists. Elena and Marquis de Leon's Falcon Knife is the best for attack. Tacterius Knuckle is the best for magic. Royal Puppeteer's Aphmaus Kenkonkan has the highest defense. Solitary Patron Snow's Crystallized Claw is close in defense, but still top in spirit. Light shields are often overshadowed by heavy shields, but if you really want one, Ramses' Escutcheon is an excellent pick with its stats and elemental resistances. Knightly Paragon Lawrence's Commando Captain Shield lacks the HP and elemental resistances, but makes up for it with some provoke and evasion. Sylvie's Spring Basket is a bit more skilled, but nevertheless useful. Heavy shields. Sacred Shield Charlotte's Honor of Grand Shout is the best for magic tanks. For physical tanks, Sigurd's Attractive Shield provides a nice HP boost alongside great defense. Awakened Warrior of Light's Shield of Light lacks the HP boost, but it does have more defense. Hats. Carlet's Red Hellbore is the best for general attack and hybrid damage dealers. Hero-Hearted Vivi's hat has the highest magic stat. Hero Summoner Ridia's Headband is one of the better Super Trust Master rewards for evoke damage bonuses. Kresnik's Plague Doctor's Mask is the best for spirit. Helms. There's one. It's Gilgamesh's. Congrats, man. Clothes. Legendary hero Sephiroth's Longcoat is the strongest in attack. I usually put it on Riser. If you're going for magic, there's Dancing Heart Penelo's Rabbit-Master Dancer's Clothing. But if your unit's single-wielding, then Remake Aerith's Clothes would be the best pick. It's also best for Spirit as well. Neovision Laswell's Purple and Black Battle Attire can be used for mixed damage dealers. Renora's Conductor Uniform is great for physical tanks, but since Grand Helm ++ exists, it's going to be overshadowed by other equipment. Light Armor. Felix's Toy Soldier uniform provides the greatest amount of attack and magic, though Stern Leonis' Lion Armor is better for limit burst damage dealers. Alberic Surcoat is great for physical tanks, though you'd often prefer heavy armor. A pity they're unlimited. Heavy Armor. Neovision Gabrant's Armor is best for physical tanks. Wilhelm's Imperial Armor is best for magical tanks. Louise's Corundum Suit is the best for magic. Veritas of the Flames Flame Lord's Armor is the best in attack, though that's not really saying much. Robes. Wizardess Shantado's Minister's Coat is easily the best in magic. If you want spirit, then grab Unit's Clothes. Accessories. There are a lot of categories here, but if I complain about that, we won't get anywhere. AI Katie's Upgrade Package is a very useful but fairly obscure accessory that very few players know about. For attack, Avalanche's Tifa's Crescent Moon Charm is the best. Summoner Eunice Necklace has great stats, boosts limit burst damage, and provides a damage modifier buff for evoke damage. Sky's Nomad's Necklace can boost jump damage. If you use a dual-wielding unit, don't pass over Zenaida's Warlord Leg Guards. For magic, Kurosami's Knowing Tag. It's also great for hybrids. For spirit, Setcher Descendant Aerith's Flower of Reunion has the highest flat spirit, though the regular Aerith's Choker has a very big spirit boost too. For physical tanks, Daisy's upgraded Arm Guard can no longer be upgraded, though Emperor Sheriff's Ring is also a good option thanks to its bonus HP boost. Special mention to Lilyset's Moonshade Earrings and Rena Shortcake for great stats and resistance to all status ailments. Materias. Quite a few ways to organize these, but let's take it one at a time. For attack, Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3's Guardian of Light and Ninja Master Hawkeye's Thief of the Night boast the same outstanding ability with an 80% attack boost and a 75% boost to limit burst damage. If you want to think about equipment attack, Riku from Kingdom Hearts 3's Guardian of Light gives the same attack boost alongside additional modifiers if your unit's holding a weapon. Too bad they're gone now. If you like to use True Double Hand, Remake Cloud's Master of Fate is absolutely skilled for just that. If you want to boost jump damage, get Roberta's Dragoon's Wisdom. For magic, King of Destruction Zoma's King of Destruction's magic is basically the winner here. For dual wield, Selphie's Love for Turbia. You'd think we'd have something better by now. For double hand, House's Cedar of the Future is pretty ludicrous. For hybrid damage, Elena's Warrior of the Crystal has the general stats for single wielding units, while Blue Gilgamesh's Wings that Transcend Time is great while dual wielding. Starlight Elena's Azure Radiance can also be extremely helpful if you're just holding a single weapon, though it won't give any other boosts. Want to boost evoke damage? Then I recommend getting Yunalesca's Originator of the Final Summoning and Lunafreya's Duty to the World. Moving on to other stats, King Behimi's Pride of the Behemoth is an amazing way to boost defense, while Yoshikiri's Spirit of the Shinobi is an excellent way to quickly boost your unit's spirit. Magic Mermaid Frisia's a Shy Mermaid is much better for equipment spirit though. For physical tanks, well, there are so many good choices, and with limits on parameter boosts, it's probably best to mix and match HP and defense to your heart's content. Warrior of Dawn Gallops' Warrior from Another World, Gladiolus' Shield of the Chosen King, and Zargabast's Judge's Oath are excellent choices. Magic tanks follow a similar predicament, but you can't go wrong with Sweet Lucas' Valentine recipe, Bosk Unquestionable Loyalty, or Zargabast's Judge's Oath. Again, special mention to Venera Fanis' Fallen Moon, as it grants a 30% boost to evasion. Sure, there are some other good effects, but they're just not the best. Just good enough to think, man, I should have listened to him when he put that review video out.
There's also Lightning Fast Zidon's I Wanted to Go With You, which can grant your team a 300% stat and Lemma Burst damage buff, but it requires a bit of strategy to use properly.
And those are all the best Super Trust Master rewards in the game. This marks the 4th time I made a video like this, and impressively, there are still several Super Trust Master rewards that have remained on this list from the very beginning. Anyways, to decide which Super Trust Master reward you'd want to get, take a look at the one row you want to prioritize, and start giving them one piece of equipment at a time. And if you don't have every unit featured in this video, then I guess you'll just have to look elsewhere. Super Trust Master rewards aren't the most necessary feature in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, as there are many other places to get incredible equipment. Having said that, Super Trust Master rewards are definitely nice to have, whether it's for gameplay, Neovisions, or just to rub it in other people's faces. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me which Super Trust Master rewards you have and which Super Trust Master rewards you'd like to get.